What's up? What's up? What's up? Stay woke live. We are in the house. We are in the house. Let me get on here. Make sure I put this on public. I don't know where my regular stand is, but I'm tripping. All right, let's get on here. Make sure we got ourselves on live. I told Brother King he could join in at about 6:15. At about 6:15, because I got some stuff to talk about. Yes. So yeah, let me pour me a glass of wine. This is the same wine I was working on last week. So don't come for me. I wish I had some cheese though. I might as well pour that on in there. Ooh, y'all heard that big old gulp? Yes, that is a Cannery Row 2021 blend. Yes. So just waiting for you guys. It is only 6 o'clock on the dot. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to get in. Let me go ahead and make this live, public, change. Okay. Yes. Okay, let me see who is in here. Yeah, I thought the interview went very well last week with Preston Love. He did an amazing job. I thought he let us know exactly who he was, what he stood for. So we are going to ask Brother King some of the same questions. See, Brother King was not. Brother King was not on the. Going to ask Brother King some of the. Was not in the. Hey, Miss Juanita, how you doing? Brother King was not in the political realm when I booked him. So this just happened a few days ago. So we have to get him in here, ask some questions, see what he's standing for. So, I mean, after I posted that video, I got tons of questions asking about what he was running for, exactly what the position was for, and yet, asking questions about how he got in the race. So when he gets on here, I told him he can tap in between 6:10 and 6:15. So I need these eyebrows done. Okay. It's hard. Look, it's hard looking at yourself on two different cameras. All right. So what I want to talk about first. Miss Juanita, do you go to Salem? What church you go to, Miss Juanita? Got somebody else in here live. Shout your name out. Say your name. Tap in. Make a comment. I'll shout you out. What time is it? Oh, it's only 2 after 6, Miss Juanita. Okay, so did you go to church on Easter, Miss Juanita? Or did you stay home and watch church? Because a lot of people don't like to go when it's so super crowded on Easter. Oh yeah, I seen you on the live feed because I was at church and I shouted you. Yeah, so I shouted you out. So I seen you on the live feed, Miss Juanita. So I just wanted to talk about the resurrection at Salem Baptist Church. Baby, my son said Tyler Perry better watch out for Sandra Foster. Sister Sandra Foster was a writer and director. So they do the resurrection every year. So of course we know how it's going to end. Those who have been in church or ever seen the program, but they change it up. It's not the exact same script every year. They change it up, focus on different things because it was a lot in the Bible. So they have many different ways to change it. But I know that has to be hard though, to write the same story but make it new every time you do it. So I want to give Sandra Foster a shout out. Y'all give Sandra Foster some hearts because baby, when I tell you, this is my second or third time saying it, but when I tell you I was crying on the same, honey, I was crying. I want to shout out Sandra Foster, who was a writer and director of the Resurrection play. Hey sister, hey Selena, how you doing? Shout out to you. Also, I want to shout out Linda Brakefield every time she sings. Honey, her voice is so anointing. baby, her voice is so anointing. I mean, it was dark when she was singing, and I knew because it hit my spirit a certain type of way. I knew that that was her singing. And then I zoomed in on my camera, and I was like, "Yep, that is Sister Linda Brakefield. Has always had an amazing voice. She needs to go on and do an album." Okay. Also, Sister Raquel Taylor. Raquel has got like a soprano voice that hits you like a 5 octave, like Mariah Carey. So Raquel Taylor, I can always tell your voice in the midst of amazing voices. So the play was so good, y'all. I have a clip of it. I have something, have it queued up to play here. But if y'all get a minute, I posted it on my page. Make sure y'all watch it because first of all, it's educational, it's biblical, it's spiritual. And I mean, and that young man that played Jesus, baby, the young man that played Jesus. So what I'm going to do is reach out to the director, the writer and director, Sandra Foster, and see if I can get some of the cast members in here for a interview. So and the opening person was a young lady. So my mom was like, "Is that a little girl, or is that a grown woman, or is that a young lady?" So I was like, "I don't know," because you know when they come with a strong voice, you kind of question their age based on how their voice projects. But I found out she was 11 years old. The opening singer on the Easter program was 11 years old. And baby, when I tell you she blessed the audience, baby, she sang. She sang, sang. But before I get in, hey mama, oh, Care Bear is in here. Care Bear, we talking about, I don't know if you was at church Sunday, Care Bear, or you watched it on TV, but the play, The Resurrection, it was amazing. So I'm gonna tell y'all what part made me cry. I'm about to show it to you guys. I mean, I was just like, I was literally in tears. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my goodness, my throat was hurting. My throat was hurting. I was okay. The screen is dark now because the screen is dark. They're going from
Traveling a road to save the world of a lost soul.
I'm gonna move it up a little. I'm gonna take it back a little bit.
To Calvary, I'll do it all for humanity. It's on my way to
Mm.
Calvary. Oh,
They still beating him, y'all, making him carry his own cross.
being rejected and being scorned by those who don't believe I am the Son of God.
Come on, come through, Jesus.
See, in the very end that I die, for this is on my way to Calvary. I do it all for humanity. On my way to Calvary. And I'll endure
Mm.
the pain. Yes, I'll endure the shame. And I'll give up my life, oh, so that you can have eternal life. On my way to Calvary. I'll endure the pain.
Okay, I want to pause it right there because I went to school for audio and video. The production was amazing. The angles, if you look at the angles of the camera, I have to give the crew the sound crew. I have to give the visual arts department their props. Y'all see how crowded it is, baby. It was packed, standing room only. I have to give the crew their props just based on the angles, like seeing Jesus, struggling, crawling at that angle. It was really, man, that was a sight. And then when he died, baby, when he died on the cross, it did something to me. I was just like, wow. So I wanted y'all to see a little clip of that. I might show another clip at the end of it, but yeah, it was just an amazing production. And shout out to everybody that had something to do with that. I want to give another Easter shout out. First, let me shout out the people in here. I got Sharon Velez. Sharon, where are you watching from? I know you're not in Nebraska. Shout your city out so we can shout you out. Mary Kelly, Cara Bear. That is Mrs. Claus, for those who don't know, who always has a glisten in her eye. Vanessa Warren, Delta. You guys have a pancake feed coming up, I believe. Vanessa Warren, Selena Shear Joyner, Juanita Hayes. Thank you guys for thank you guys for joining and being in here. So definitely appreciate you. If you don't make a comment, I won't know that you're in here. Okay, we got Tynell. I see Tynell is in here. Tynell, hello, Tynell. You know the 14th. Get your crew together. Call me, Tynell. Let me know how many people will be attending the brunch on the 14th. The color is yellow. That will be the 14th. So let me know. You said eating with your walnut supremes. I know that's right. We got Serena Russell in here. Thank you, ladies, for joining. I saw this on Facebook the other day, and I was like, this reminded me of Easter, because a lot of people take Easter out of Easter, because my mama was like, so don't nobody dress up for Easter no more? I said, very rarely, mama, just old school people. But my little niece, Kim King's granddaughter, little Yaya, aka Kiana, Kim taught her this at the night before Easter, so on Easter Eve. So let me show you guys this. And babe, when I say she did that, she did that.
If an angel brought the stone away to make the Lord appear, in seeing Jesus alive again, remove man's hurtful fear, then God can help a troubled soul, and God can make a sinner whole and show his love right here.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm. Y'all listen, she learned this the night before.
To make the Lord appear, in seeing Jesus alive again, remove man's hurtful fear, then God can help a troubled soul, and God can make a sinner whole and show his love right here.
All right. Honey, she did that. I said, well, I was asking Kim how long it took her to learn that. She said she learned that the night before. So I was just like, I just thought that was so sweet, because I used to do all. I just like, no, I want to memorize mine. I knew I was going to be the stuff up there, because, this memory used to be like a trap. Shit, it's more like a walnut now. But anyway, so William King will be joining us at 6:15. He will be joining us in a few minutes. So I just wanted to give the shout outs to the Easter program, Salem Baptist Church, for an amazing anointing performance. Some of the cast, the guy that played Jesus, he's from the East Coast. He doesn't even live here. So he had to fly in for rehearsals and everything like that. Just imagine. So I don't know what their budget was, but just imagine if they had like this much smidgen of a Hollywood budget. My son said, Tyler Perry, better look out for Sandra Foster. That's all I got to say. So shout out to them and everybody that that was there. You were definitely blessed, whether you watched it online or watched it in person. And shout out to the dancers. They did an amazing job. The dancers, oh my goodness. Lisa Medley was on a dance crew. She's been dancing, one of the spiritual dancers for Salem for years. So shout out to them. I also want to give Tynell a shout out, Hope Mike a shout out, Selena Sheard. Selena Sheard, you getting 3 shout outs, all them cookies you've been buying. Girl, you're going to keep me in business over here. Selena, I don't know if Robert is out or not, but if he is, I got a few peanut butter cookies for you. If you like to try them, I don't know if you eat peanut butter cookies, but I made some. This was my first batch I made. Who is this? Houston. She's in Pasadena, Texas. Has Houston-Pasadena. That's where Sharon is watching from. So I want to give Nina Kalina and my daughter Shiffy a shout out. Shiffy made my logos for my bags. Y'all see that I try to keep it professional. She did these, and Nina Kalina printed them up for me. She got them for me. Very professional, very professional. So we gotta deal with our Black owned business. We gotta deal with our Black. When the first person asked me, told me they would buy the cookies from me, and I asked her to wait 2 days so I can get some packaging, because I can't sell cookies and then throw them in a Ziploc and expect you to pay a price. You know, presentation is everything. So I definitely try to present them in a professional manner. Thank you. Selena said the cookies is banging. I just dropped Miss Juanita off some peanut butter. Like I said, I haven't made those yet. I thought they taste really good. Miss Juanita, I'm gonna need your honest assessment. You don't need to make me feel good, because I need to know how to make sure that the cookies are good. So, okay, so we are here waiting for Mr. King. He got 1 minute. Let's see. Let's see if he's gonna be on time. I got 6:14 over here. So need those cookies, the order info. Okay, I will definitely get you the order info, Sharon. And so I can ship the cookies to you cooked, or either you can get them frozen. It depends on how you want them. But I will tell you this, what I learned is, if you got a convection oven, that's like one of those industrial high-powered oven. It takes, you have to turn the degrees down by like 30, 40 degrees. Like I cook mine on 370, so you have to cook yours on like 320, 330. That's why my auntie, for those of you who've seen that video, that's why her cookies kept burning out, because she has one of those, you know, the convection oven. It they said the air goes through all the way, constantly rotates, and that's what makes it cook a lot quicker. So now if you got a conventional oven, 370. Oh, Miss Juanita said she just took a bite. They are delicious. Thank you. Tynell, let me know how your cookies were. Tynell wanted to bake her own, so if you burnt up, Tynell, let me know. We might have to go back to the drawing board. So Mr. King, let me tell you a little bit about Mr. King. I was initially, y'all know he's been on the books for weeks. He was gracious enough to let me interview, allow me to reschedule him so I can interview Preston Love last week, who is running for senator. Y'all know how I am about politics. Y'all know how I am about voting. We have to get it in. We have to get it in. We can't sit up and complain about what's going on. Don't talk your shit about nothing going on if you don't get your butt out there and vote. So we have to, every single election, they're trying to strip us. When I say us, I'm talking about us here, these people here, you know, with edges like this, trying to strip us of our rights. I mean, voter suppression is real. So I need y'all, I need everybody. If you don't stay woke, because it says it for itself, stay woke. You have to stay woke, and you have to know how important it is for you to vote. So Brother King just announced that he was running for Metro Transportation a couple of days ago. So he just did that a couple of days ago. So I had to go in and do a little bit more research, pull a little videos out and everything like that, just to make sure, you know, so I can ask him the question. This is not just going to be easy questions that we do. We're going to ask questions. If you guys have questions, please drop them in the box. Drop them in the chat once you get here. Tynell said they should be called Walnut Supreme. Tynell, I named them after my grandson because, you know, he passed. He only lived for a few minutes. So about 10 minutes. So I named him after him, Double R, because he has inspired me to do so many different things. And then first I only had 2 things in there, and then that's why I said Double R. And then I did throw the walnuts in there, and it did make a difference. Those caramels made a huge difference. Those caramel chips make a huge difference. So yeah, I named those Double R, but they definitely could be called Walnut Supreme because I put walnuts all through the cookies. Vanessa, I'm waiting for you to get yours. You said you can taste the butter, real butter. Yes. Vanessa, did you give me some butter from Baker's last week? Look, did you give me some butter? I went and got some, but I need some more. I didn't get like 20 of them because I didn't know if you had got them or not. Okay, so now Mr. Can call you because y'all know. Oh, there he go. There he go.
What's up?
I was about to say, Mr. King, is that your phone ringing?
Yeah, that's mine. I'm gonna
me hold on a second. Did I lose you? Where are you?
All right. There go Mr. King. Everybody, Mr. King is live and direct and on time. I told him he can tap in because I had to talk some shit about some other stuff that was going on. But I did have to give props. To Salem Baptist Church for that amazing resurrection program that they did on Easter Sunday. Definitely had to do that. I want to shout out my sister, Coco. She received Employee of the Month. So Cocolicious, y'all know her as Coco Fields on Facebook. Coco got Employee of the Month. So I'm very proud of her. Congratulations for that. I've already shouted out my kids and Shiffy. Now, I know you know how to put that phone on vibrate.
Yeah, it can.
You gonna treat me like you interviewing with Sarah Altman. Look.
Put this down. And then it's connected to my computer, so I don't know how to disconnect it. So every time it rings, you know how these Apple products.
Oh yeah. I can't stand that when it rings on my Mac Pro. I'm
Right.
like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I definitely understand that. So all right, Mr. King, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience? Most of the people in here, I'm pretty sure they know you, but for those who don't, and they may not know everything about you, so give them a little synopsis of who you are, and let us know a little bit about William King.
Okay. Well, my name again is William King. I'm from actually was born in Riverside, California. Got here by way of my dad, Air Force. Moved here since about 3 months old, and so I claim Omaha. I've only been to Riverside once since I've been born, so I claim Omaha. Went to school here, of course. Caught the bus everywhere. Went to Bryan High, Lewis and Clark. Graduated from Bryan High, got a track scholarship. Went to Midland Lutheran College in Fremont, Nebraska. Ran track, played basketball all 4 years. I walked on the basketball team, was all conference, all district in basketball. I was an All-American in track up at Midland Lutheran College. Also, I'm in the Hall of Fame up at Midland Lutheran College. My degree is in behavioral science. Since I've gotten back from college, my ambition was to change our community. I've always asked God, what's the common denominator of raising our people? And it's the word.
Mm-hmm.
But who controls the word? And so started my own show on Channel 22. Shouts out to Reverend Reynolds, CTI, and I was on that.
AACP.
Heck yeah, I was over there for almost 15 years, just broadcasting and doing incredible things on public access TV, where it was live. Now it's not live. Now it's not live. And so transitioned from there to radio in 2009. I heard about Part 15 technology, which is technology of a remote control. And so I was able to raise money through the Black Unity Fund. Shouts out to the the Black Bookstore and those gentlemen up there. For believing in me, raised that money, bought 2 transmitter, and built it on my house. That's when I started way back in 2009. I dug up my yard, put about 20 10-foot copper rods in my yard, and my broadcast history began. My first interview was Mayor Soto. He came to my basement. That's where my first studio was, in my basement. Moving forward, 2011, I started hearing about legislation called the Local Community Radio Act.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Terry, who was our congressman at the time, Republican, out of Northwest High School. I didn't know him at the time, heard about the legislation, but I took advantage of civics that I learned when I was a little lad called Schoolhouse Rock. I'm only up there.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. Yes.
So I took that philosophy as a young lad, and I applied it as an adult, and I watched that legislation move from the House to the Senate. And, I met Obama, that's my man. Shouts out to Salem Baptist Church for hosting him.
Right.
President Obama signed it into law. So I knew Lee Terry, and I know President Obama, and I had the opportunity to lobby. And so when Obama signed it into a law, I took advantage of that legislation. I read it, and I applied and I got my license.
All right.
And so we've been broadcasting for about 9 years now. We'll be celebrating 10 years in December. We are the longest, the oldest Black radio station in the history of Nebraska.
Come on, talk your shit. Come on, bring it through.
We're not the first, but we the longest and we the
longevity, baby.
We plan on being here, and we are the only research radio station in the world. Our goal is to modify our behavior so we're better individuals, better family members, and better citizens. And so we put our good behaviors in practice. So today is Winning Women Wednesday. So we recognize women every Wednesday, from our daughters to our great. We acknowledge them. And I know for a fact, being a former probation officer, that domestic violence is the most unreported crime. So we work on our behavior so we better people. So tomorrow's Love Yourself Thursday. So we command that you do something that proves that you love yourself, because you can't love anyone else until you love yourself. And that's what's wrong with us today. We don't love ourselves. And so that's why we hurt other people. As you see in this society, that's why you said stay woke.
You got to stay woke. Well, thank you for that introduction. For those of you, I learned a couple of things about Mr. King, and I've been knowing him for years. So I remember my interview with you when I was promoting No Place Like Home for Omaha Day with Sean Woods. Birthday just passed, and happy heavenly birthday. April 1st for No Place Like Home, the drag show that we had at Rhythm. And you and I, and I believe, did Sean come up there? I don't think Sean could have made it on the roof, but I know I came up there. I think me and my son came up there. You were at the Benson Towers, and we was damn near on the roof. I was like, you said, come on up here. So I ran some commercials. You gave me a great deal on the commercials. I ran like 100 commercials on your thing. The show was nearly sold out. So it was amazing. So again, support your Black businesses. Okay, so you already talked about being a basketball player. Somebody said, now let me tell you this. First, I got to shout out what we do on this show, because you are on the hottest podcast in the Midwest, the only podcast that shouts you out in real time, answer your questions, and shout out your name. This is Stay Woke. Our people ask questions, so I'll be pulling questions from the audience members. So we do shout outs. It could be inopportune times, but I'll try to let you finish what you got to say, because they like shout out time. They already know it. So let's shout out the people here. We got Mary Kelly, Juanita Hayes, Selena Shear Joyner, Tynell 54-7. Tynell, you gotta tell me what it's 54-17. Okay, I need to know what that means. Serena Russell. We have Sharon Velez tuning in from Texas. Who else we got in here? My sister Yvette Turner. She said, hello, Brother William. What's up, fam? We have Juanita Davis in here. She was the first one in today. So we have a plethora of people in. One of the questions, we talked about basketball. One of the questions that was sent in says that you proclaim to be the best dunker in Nebraska history. So the question is, since you are the best, who would be the next 3 best dunkers ever all time in Nebraska?
Well, the reason why I was in a competition that Jordan, judged, I was blessed enough to win it. But Odell Morgan, of course.
Oh, Odell, Burke High School, baby.
Okay, without a doubt. We call him Yoda. Jerry Johnson, that's the one I beat in the finals.
You beat tall Jerry Johnson in a dunk?
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm the greatest.
I already heard that.
Okay. Hey, if you want to prove it, you can look at my high school yearbook. I'm dunking on Benson High School. Yeah, you mighty bunnies. And guess who's at my feet? Guess what? Jerry Johnson's at my feet. He's at my feet. I do this for real.
You said you do this for
real?
I
dunked on him in high school, and I killed him in the biggest light, Civic Auditorium. So in the third, I would say maybe Nook. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Nook was cold. You got 2 Burke High School. You got Odell Morgan, Yoda, and then Nook. Yes, 2 Burke. Well, yeah.
They were in the top 5. I can't include nobody else. You know what I mean? They're in the top 5. How can I include someone else? Now there's a young man out here now. His name, and he followed my lineage. He went to Bryant and he went to Midland. His name is Parrot. Now, this young man, every time I see him, I go, because this young man,
What you say his name is Parent?
his last name is Parrot, Parrot,
Oh,
like
Parent.
a parrot, like he can
Okay.
fly, and he can fly for real.
Flying for real.
Now, he probably would have gave me some. He probably gave me some.
Oh, he probably would have gave you something, but
He
yeah, the
probably
other
gave me-
ones,
he
you
probably gave me some.
you looking back at the other ones like this, huh?
Yeah, he probably. So, but he gets honorable mention too because he wasn't old enough. Sorry, sorry, Parrot.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so I am the greatest because Michael Jordan said it. He said, "Mr. King, you are a leaper." He didn't say that to Spud Webb. He didn't say that to Dominique Wilkins. He said that to William King.
So where was the dunk contest at, William?
It was back in when I was a probation officer then. It was like 1991.
But where were you guys at? The competition?
Civic Auditorium.
Oh, damn. And Jordan was one of the judges?
Oh yeah, it was packed. It was packed house. It was a packed house.
Wow.
I did every dunk Jordan did. Every dunk, and then I add a little twist, because I could jump high for real.
Right. Okay.
And then I did a signature. I did a signature Dr. J dunk. I went from the free throw line.
Yeah. Went from here.
Free throw line.
Damn.
Come on, man. There's only a few people. There's only a few people on earth that can jump from a free throw line.
I know that's right.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. All right then. Well, you got your answer when you wanted to know who was the three behind him. He gave you an honorable mention from today's time. So okay.
Yeah.
So when I booked your interview last month. So first of all, thank you for allowing me to reschedule. I definitely wanted to get Brother Love in last week. Get him in last week so we can let everybody know that he is out. He is out there. So you just threw a monkey wrench in the interview, honey. You had me doing research, all type of research and stuff, because you threw your hat in the arena. You're running for the Metro Transportation Board. So first, I want to know, because I know that there is a pecking order. How do you enter the race? What do you do? Who do you have to contact? Because you just threw that out there. I was like, well, damn, William, you could have called me. I see. Let's get you up. So how did you get in the race, and what was your motivation behind that?
I went to a meeting. I forgot it was a couple of young ladies. One of the young ladies, I think she works for Mac. And during that meeting, she said this opportunity exists. I didn't even know that this position was even open until that young lady mentioned it. So I did my research. It's the first time this board existed. Came through legislation of Senator Wayne, and it oversees the MAT Bus Company. Most people don't know that the MAT bus system is not funded by the city or the county; it's funded by the state, straight through the Department of the Transportation through the federal government. And so all the money comes from the feds through the state and now to the local area. The city and county does have some jurisdiction, and some say so, but they don't put no funding towards mass transportation. Now the mayor and I was against it since the very beginning, and then Buffett came out. The streetcar is not going to help mass transportation in regards to the citizens in Omaha, especially when it goes just down one street. Omaha only has the bus system as mass transportation. We don't have no subway. We don't have no rail system above ground, below ground. We have nothing. And so we don't even have, we don't even have buses going to the airport. So you can't even catch the bus to the airport. When I was in New York and Harlem, I was able to catch the bus to LaGuardia. So we need to have buses going to everywhere where there's jobs and where there's entertainment and where there's a relaxation. And so they're talking about building this thing in Carter Lake. I'm against that because it's supposed to be for North Omaha. But since they build that sports complex, we need a bus system going to that new sports complex so youth can get there. And so these are going to be my strategies. And plus, the reason why I jumped in, I seen someone ask that because my mama, who couldn't read or write, who couldn't drive a car because she couldn't read or write, because didn't have a driver's license. So we caught the bus. So I remember back in the 70s catching the bus. I remember particularly catching the bus to 72nd and Ames, where Kmart was. And I think I was probably 7th grade or 8th grade. And I wanted to get my first rap CD or rap. No, it wasn't even a CD. It was a cassette.
Right.
And me and my mama caught the bus to 72nd and Ames to Kmart where Home Depot is now.
Right.
We got my first cassette tape. It was the group was called King Tim the Third, and no, the group was called Fatback, and the song was called King Tim the Third.
Fatback.
Yeah, Fatback was the name of the group. And so I've been catching the bus for a long time. And then, the Goodwills were in South Omaha, so we caught the bus to South Omaha with my mom, to the Goodwill and stuff. So I've been riding the bus since the 70s. And my opponents, I got 3 opponents. One, I don't know one was if they was even born in the 1900s. I don't know if they was even born in the 1900s. So I was born in the 1900s. So I got over 50 some years riding the bus. And then plus I was in the infusion when Jimmy Carter introduced busing into the school system.
So question here. So what is your political affiliation? Because I understand, once I was doing my research, I understand that there is already someone in the race on the Democratic side named Clarissa. So, and this is the thing. Okay, so this is the thing. This is a serious question because I don't like when we split the vote. So I don't know if you're running as an independent. What political party are you running under?
I'm a Democrat, but this is a nonpartisan position. So you got Democrats and Republicans running for it. I think one's a Republican, then the other lady was I don't think they didn't say either way what they were.
Okay.
I'm a Democrat, but I get way more love from the Republicans.
Yeah. I don't know how you get that because none of us get it. So what are you doing that you're getting love from Republicans? See, hold on. I'm gonna tell you this because, baby, I have roasted the black man on this program plenty of times and invited they ass to come on here because I don't even understand. Y'all make me understand because
okay. So I'm a historian. Before my cousin them, Martin Luther King. So a lot of people don't know that's my family. B.B. King is my second cousin. My cousin now, we were Republicans before. My cousin now, Martin Luther King, with Kennedy and them, we mostly changed to Democrat. We were already Republicans. Republican parties freed the slaves. Lincoln was a Republican. The original slave party is the Democratic Party. And when I expressed that on my radio show, they get mad. Don't get mad at me because we tell the truth over here.
Well, that was the truth back then.
That
has not a damn thing to do with right now because we see it every day. How disrespectful, how our rights, our voting rights are being attacked. We see it every day. Just the disrespect and the downgrading of people of color. I mean, it's just, and I've said it 1,000 times on here. They didn't took their hoods off their heads and put it on their beds because they can just openly be racist. And I mean, it pisses me off. So and it's brothers. You don't find too many females that say, "Oh, like you just said, oh yeah, I'm the Republicans is good to me." I don't know. I don't know where they rose from because everybody else. Okay, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna give you a chance to talk, but.
Okay.
Just like when I worked at Douglas County Corrections, I was a union steward, worked with the chief union steward for the Fraternal Order of Police. Right. I did my shit. I won almost 95% of my cases. Anybody that's on here that went there, that worked there can tell you I did my shit. So when I was recruiting people, I was one of the founders of the African American Correctional Officer Association. It is still in existence.
Great.
When I was recruiting people and these people of color, oh, well, yeah, ain't nobody did nothing to me. I was like, what? I'm like, you have to look at it as a whole, not an individual, because somebody is nice to you, but what they're doing behind closed doors and the undertone of everything else they're doing. As soon as some shit came on their back, William, guess who they came to? Who they come to? Wallace, can you represent me? Or they coming after me? I mean, I knew that they would because that's what they do.
Right.
So explain to me. I'm giving you the floor now.
Well, you're a Wallace. That's why they came to you. You're a Wallace. Because Wallaces don't take it. You know what I mean? Because some people are bred different. I'm from Hilltop Projects, and families ran the projects, not gangs. Families did.
Come on, the Swifts, the Colemans. Who else was the big family? It was big family. You right?
Big family. We had. Then who else? But
the Drakes.
Everybody, they all of you got a lot of brothers. You ran the project.
Yeah.
So I'm used to families, not someone coming from the inside, and we have respect for our neighbors because we competed against each other.
Right.
Now, when it comes to Republicans, I'm gonna go to what my mama taught me, and then I'm gonna tell you experience in college that I had.
Mm-hmm.
My mama taught me, because she couldn't read and write. She taught me that if someone treats you good, treat them better because you might need them one day. So my mama batting 1,000. So when I went to college, I'm doing my thing, passing the ball. So, but one of my white homeboys that graduated, I didn't know he was a Republican that I was passing the ball to.
Mm-hmm.
He was passing the ball back to me. He was congratulating me when I did well. I didn't know he was a Republican and he was white. I didn't know that. We were teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So when he graduated, I think maybe 2 years later, John Christensen ran for Congress and won. That was my teammate. I didn't know he was a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I was passing him the ball. So and then when it comes to track and field, you know, I got all kind of people. They my teammates. So I just don't go with that separation of Republican and Democrat because that person treated me good. Just because he's a Republican now, I'm supposed to forget how he treated me well? No. My mama taught me better than that. He treated me good, so I'm gonna treat him better. So when I need something, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a yes, not a no.
So it's an isolated thing for you. Me, I go on a whole. I am a person that is an advocate. And I know in 2016, I did my research on you. You were a huge advocate on so many different levels. And today's Republicans is nothing like the Republican you was passing the ball to. It's a whole bunch of ignorance.
Well, you know, Shirley Chisholm has the best example. And she a bad woman. Bad black woman.
Is, honey.
So I'm sitting in a chair. Shirley Chisholm said, "Put your chair to the table." She didn't say, "Limit yourself on Republicans."
That's right. You don't do that. You are.
So we need to be in every room. So
every room.
So when we say, "Oh, the Republicans in this," then we're not allowing ourselves to be in the room to negotiate.
No, I'm not saying that because I can have plenty of people attest to me. And my position that I told when the black officers didn't want to meet with the white officers or meet with the FOP, I said, you're ignorant. Because how are you going to learn anything? How are you going to know somebody's position? How are you going to know their strategy if you're not in the room? Don't you ever miss an opportunity to get in the room and have your ears open to learn. Now, if you got your ears closed and you're already like this tunnel vision, you ain't going to learn shit. But go in that room with your eyes open and learn something. You have to be open to that. So I'm definitely on your side on that. That's definitely. Hold on, William. They got some questions for you. Okay. Somebody said, I got a question. I heard you support Don Bacon. Don Bacon supports Trump. How do you support anyone that supports Trump?
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you the truth. I've gone to the Democratic Party because this is business to advertise. Now, I'm part of the Democratic Party. Mm-hmm. I was part of the hierarchy. I was part of the start of the Black Caucus. I was the founding member of that. But they do not advertise with me. They don't spend no money with me. You know who do spend money with me? Bacon do. I went to his counterpart, called his campaign manager several times. I didn't hear nothing. Shh. Oh, that Negro over there is speaking too much truth. We're not going to support that Negro. That's what the Democratic Party do. They drain you by not supporting you. But, oh, man, I work for God. I work for God, baby.
Oh, it's about the moolah.
I work for God.
But principles ain't in there? Huh? I said, so principles aren't a factor?
When you sometimes...
I understand the money, but all money, and I know your mama told you this because your mama sounds like a wise woman. All money...
Well, I can't pay bills with nothing, right?
We're gonna have to change it. We're gonna have to change that because you have a powerful voice, William. You have a very powerful voice.
I love both sides has done a disservice to us. That's all I'm saying. We cannot continue just to vote one way. Honestly, we need to leave both parties and vote as a block based off of our agenda. Whoever's going to move our agenda forward, if it's the Republicans or if it's Democrat, that's how we really need to strategize, is to come out both parties, vote as a block towards our agenda. And our agenda is to make sure that we get what's necessary so we can develop conduits of opportunity for the next generation.
So how are the Republicans? No, I'm gonna put you two. Me and you know I love you, but me and you about to go toe to toe. I've been waiting for a black man to come on here. So with this type of position, so this is the thing. Please tell me what the Republicans have done for us. Now yours is monetary.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yours is monetary. It's personal. What have they done for our people?
First of all, we wouldn't be on the air without Republican legislation. Lee Terry wrote the Local Community Radio Act. Lee Terry's a Republican.
Who signed it? See,
Obama.
Okay.
Okay. And that was the last time the Democrats and Republicans had really worked together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm serious. I'm really serious. They are. I mean, that was one of the last time that they really worked together. So now we got radio stations all across the land, and I'm finna make an announcement. We started I helped launch probably like another 10 stations. Well, we're gonna make a real big announcement, but that came from Lee Terry legislation, a Republican, white.
Okay.
Went for Northwest High School. So, and then also, I got an internet company. Guess who I got that funding from?
Okay. So it ain't no selling you because everything that you're talking about, it has to do with me.
No.
You're not talking about anything that they done for anybody else because
no. This radio station.
Come on, William. We got eyes on here.
There's new black radio stations all across the land. I can pick this phone up. Now there's hundreds of new black radio stations owners all across the land that did not exist.
But that's good. Okay, that's good.
I took advantage of it, but other blacks took advantage of it also.
And that's one thing I want. Wait a minute. That's one thing I wanted to definitely give you your props on because I got this at the top of my thing, and I said this on my promo. You have I've been talking to you. Me and you talk plenty of times. We talk about promotions, concerts, all of that stuff. So don't get it twisted. This man is a businessman, but everything ain't always about business. But I will tell you what he does do. He goes out across this country and help young people start radio stations. That they didn't know. Just like he said, once the bill was introduced and it was passed, President Obama passed it, that gave you a pathway to teach others. So I commend you and give you your props. A couple of weeks ago, I think you were on the East Coast, weren't you?
Yeah, I was on the East Coast. We celebrated a station that's going to be launching. They're right outside of New York City, in Pennsylvania. So I do this for real because if we don't help and love each other, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? If we don't teach each other, who's going to do it? You see that they're attacking us on every front. They don't want to teach us African history, real American history.
Books, not real history. Yes,
yeah, all the above. But my argument is, black people don't even worry about that because that's a slave mindset. We should be teaching our own anyway.
We should be teaching our own, but no, because they teach white history. So why not teach black history? I mean, and just like I agree with you on some efforts because I said this last week. Listen, parents, it's your job teaching the kids at home. Don't expect your kids to start learning shit in kindergarten. You should have been teaching your kids stuff when they was 1, 2 years old, when they was able to walk. Once you teach them how to walk, talk, and all of that stuff. That definitely begins at home. But I'm not going to say, oh, well, we can learn all of this white government, all this white history, and then we just leave it to the black. No. Let's make this shit fair across the board. I definitely hold parents to the carpet on that, William. You are 10% right.
Well, Miss Wallace, it's not going to be fair because I didn't learn about Malcolm X until I went to college.
Exactly.
They don't even teach it at OPS. And we got black board members over there.
We got black board members, yes, indeed.
Then we have a black superintendent and a woman that everybody love, and she wouldn't even come over here and do an interview. And our kids are failing. Our kids are failing. So I talk about real statistics. I don't pat nobody on the back just because they black. No.
Let me ask you this: so, do you go in on any white people like you doing on a?
You talking about the big house?
No, I'm talking about any other Republicans or white folks. Do you got anything? Do they do anything wrong?
Oh yeah,
it's a whole bunch of shit that they doing wrong.
The big house, they are retaliating right now. The mayor is retaliating against Martinez because they won the lawsuit. His wife won $1 million.
I seen that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they got a meeting. They got a rally for that family. Also, she attacked Miss Johnson and telling people don't talk to her. You know, I talk about the big house all the time.
Yeah.
Master and them. You know what I mean? I talk about
Now,
them.
Miss Johnson. Now, Miss Johnson had been mute. Now they said Miss Johnson be cussing the people out.
Well, you know, Miss Johnson is a very good diplomat. So, you know, sometimes you gotta, when you're the only one and you're a woman too, you gotta be very, very wise on how you negotiate. It's all about negotiation in relationships. And so
I understand. I definitely understand that because you know, you have to have some type of rapport to get shit done. Just like you said, you have rapport with these Republicans because you know that if you need them, they gon' come.
Well, and then, but Miss Wallace also, I don't think like a slave. That's the difference.
So
I'm a different type of dude. I'm a man marcher. I know for a fact I'm a researcher, so I know when I go in the room, and 80% of Black people believe in God. It's reported by a Pew report. When you come to Caucasian, they're around about just the high 50s. Asians, low 40s. Hispanics, 50s. So Black people believe in God overwhelmingly more than everybody else. Right. So when we go in the room, we praying to God and we want to be soft. No, I'm going in like a warrior. And I negotiate like a warrior. I don't negotiate like a slave. I don't come for a handout. I already got something. I got a radio station and I got an internet company. And I got it by reading legislation. I got it for free.
Well, I'm mad at you. Congratulations.
I just was up at Mountain View Elementary.
Okay, while you looking that up, Brother William, I do have to shout out the people. We give shout outs all through the show. We got Darlene and nickname Peaches. Thank you for joining in. We got Deborah Jones. Thank you for joining in. Patty J. Morgan is in here. Crystal Bonner, welcome, Crystal Bonner. There are a couple of questions in here. Let me see. Yvette said you are the #1 dunker in real life. She said you got that title. Someone said, okay, so because you rode the bus, how does that make you equipped to be on the transportation?
Well, there's no better experience than riding a bus. I don't know, and I rode a bus in the 70s. I'm almost in the time of Rosa Parks. You know, that's how. So, nah. But no, what gives me experience because I stand on those cold corners with Lone John's on. I rode those bus to Bryan High School because the bus stopped at Harrison, and I had to walk to Harrison to Giles to basketball practice on Saturdays. I am the bus. The bus is for those that have the lease, and so I come from the lease. I come from Hilltop Projects. So
catch that. What we used to catch the #6 to the #2 to get to the West Roads, baby.
And I doubt.
Get off at Radio Shack. Get off at Radio Shack.
I doubt. And you know, go Crossroads, West Roads. We got to see the ladies. We got to see the ladies.
Oh yeah, 20 cent. I remember the bus was 20 cents. 20, and then transfers used to be free, and then they start charging a nickel for transfers. I was like, what?
Okay, I've been riding the bus for a long time.
Yeah. I loved riding the bus when I was younger. It was just an amazing experience. It was so freeing because, like, my mom, you know, they used to be at the racetrack, so shit, we get our little money together and we get on the bus. It was just so freeing and just liberating because we didn't have no parents and we was janky. Apologize to the bus drivers right now for the janky shit that we did on the bus. But we was kind of janky on the bus, but we had so much fun on the bus.
Right.
I don't know. I don't definitely. And you know, William, one thing I do is I just feel for these children today because they just will never experience what we did, just hanging out. I tell people all the time, I said, when I was younger, we could be out at 1 o'clock in the morning. As long as we was outside in the parking lot, we were still running races in the projects, barefoot running races and stuff like that. Everybody coming out. You just had to be within eyesight. If your mama looked out the window or looked out the door, she had to be able to see you. It's just like these kids will never experience. And I tell my kids all the time, I said, I just hate that you guys will never experience that. Right. So that's like the bus ride.
right? I see Miss Ward said, managing the transportation system is bigger than riding. So I would say the opposite. You get the answers for those that are dealing with the problem, not from those in management. Those in management, all they do is sit in a doggone chair and get fat. No, my goal is to make sure that we go to the citizens that's actually riding the transportation system, and they have the best solutions for the problems that exist. If the routes are late, if I gotta walk several blocks because the bus don't come several blocks to this way. So the people on a low level are always got the best answer than management.
Frontline staff. Staff.
Yeah. I mean, always. So management, they know it all. They just got. They might have. My principal said that the best student is the C students. You know why? Because C student actually work. They actually got to go to the library. They actually got to study. They actually got to get a tutor. That A and B student, they got it easy.
Well, I think colleges are going to agree with the principal on that.
And then most time the A and B student is going to work for the C student because C student is going to be usually be the owner.
Right. Because you know what, I can kind of agree with that.
The C student always going to be the owner because they worked the hardest.
Because you know what? Sometimes some students that get A's, it's just natural for them, William. They don't have to study. They don't have to do shit. But that C student has to say, damn, I got to at least get a C. So I got to work for it. So I can definitely see that.
Perseverance. They can't measure my perseverance. They can't measure my heart. They can't measure my desire. They can't measure my will. You know, all that don't come in your A and B. Period.
So I have a question here from Deborah Jones. I know I seen one earlier. William, they be dropping. Sometimes I have 200 questions on the hour show. So I can't get to all of them, of course, because I definitely have to interact with the guests and respect that. But Deborah Jones said not all are created equal. And she said the candidates disrespect and display disrespect. So this is the big thing for me. And regardless of, what our political views are or anything like that, I have always been pro-Black. When I was in second grade, I wrote a paper about the injustices of Black people. And so when I was in kindergarten, I used to read to the fourth graders. So I could read very well when I was young. And so I wrote a paper, and then they called my mom. I was at Franklin Elementary School. They called my mother and was like, hey, we just need to look, we need to have a meeting. So my mom came up there thinking, I done kicked up some dust because I was a little janky. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I kicked up some dust. And so my mom read the paper and was like, oh, that's my daughter. So I've been doing this for years. I've been an advocate for years. When I just first knew how to spell, one of my first papers was about why Black people are treated differently than white people. And I mean, it's sad to say all these years later, not from when I was a kid, but hundreds of years ago, we are fighting a bigger battle now than we did 100 years ago. And it is thanks to Donald Trump. He single-handedly, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but he single-handedly changed the course of politics.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
I think it was Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell started that wave. He's the one that said Negro. He said to Obama, basically said the N-word.
Nigga, look, nigga, we ain't gonna go
pass none of your stuff. So don't let that fool by, man.
I definitely do not.
And Congress, see, we put too much emphasis on the president. The president only signs law or veto law. Congress is the one, the main player.
Right.
And Mitch McConnell is the one that has caused this rift. He's not gonna get away. I'm not gonna blame Trump. I'm not gonna blame Obama. Everybody want to blame Obama and Trump. The people that don't like Obama, they blame him. People don't like Trump, they blame him. No, it's Mitch McConnell and the legislators in Congress. That's why we're not getting nothing passed. That's why we looking for money because they don't got no money to keep the government going. It's Congress.
It is Congress. And a lot of people don't understand the legislature pecking order. I don't understand the presidency, the House, It's 3 points of legislation for anything that go through. The purse is held by the House.
Period.
The Senate is the law. And I try to teach people this all the time. I say the purse is they hold the money. They like, oh, well, we'll let you know if you can get some money.
Period.
It doesn't matter what the Senate do. If the House is not, if I don't reach in my purse to give it to you, you're not getting it.
So that's why I go to DC. I just got back from the Congressional Black Caucus, and all the black leaders I've been telling on my radio they said that black people are under attack, mainly because it's DIE stuff. And now they're going through schools, they're going through every industry to wipe away everything that our ancestors worked for.
Right.
And so one of the reasons why I'm jumping in also is to galvanize black people to vote, similar to what brother Love is doing. We got incredible odds, but we got to galvanize black people to vote, to participate. Freedom is not over. Get back on the freedom chain.
We have to, because it's not guaranteed either. The way this country is going, shit, it's not guaranteed. We got a question here that says, but what is Bacon and Palin doing for African American? Besides you, let's take it to outside of William.
No.
Let's see. Answer that question. What are they doing for us?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know. The governor, he did reverse on the food thing because he didn't want to feed the kids. But he got all this pressure. I don't know too much about the governor at all. But so far, he attacked the Asian reporter. I dare them to attack me. I don't care who you are. You attack me, I got a big mic. I'll talk back over here. Palin, I really don't know too much about him, but what I've seen so far, I'm not really truly happy with some of his moves. Someone just died on his farm. They also, just died yesterday on his farm, and then also, his farms are in question of high pollution. And so,
and then he owes so many back taxes on it, and because to me, Ricketts is still the governor. He's just a puppet man. He's a puppet master for Palin. Right. He's still the governor, acting as governor. And
when it comes to Bacon is visible in our community. He's here all the time. That's one reason. Bacon also supports the radio station. Bacon also supported those brothers senators, Senator Wayne and Senator McKinney, on them getting that $1 billion to come in here. Not no one else, not the mayor, no one else. The billionaires, all the rich people tried to go against it. Bacon signed off on it.
Well, we're not saying he ain't. I mean, because this is what Bacon knows. He's not a dummy now.
And also, if you don't know Bacon had raised 2 black children in foster care. Also, Bacon ran off of Air Force Base. My dad was Air Force, and Bacon went after male servicemen that were sexually harassing female service women. So I'm sticking up. I stopped a brother from raping a woman. We don't allow that over here. And so I'm with a man like that that's going to stick up for women. That's why we call it today Winning Women Wednesday.
So the thing is, and this is my thing, because I love George Bush because
I don't like George Bush.
No. I loved him for one reason.
Yeah, see?
No, I loved him for one reason, but that I'm not voting for him because that one reason. I agree with him on one thing. And so I agree with him on one thing, but that doesn't mean he was getting my vote because the majority of the thing. So I just can't isolate one incident. So the thing with Bacon is smart. He knows Carr Eastman almost beat his ass twice. And that was because of us. Oh, yeah, you know the deal. Oh, don't play. Come on now. The numbers don't lie. Well, they had to go in the arsenal.
You know why she lost? I asked them to advertise. They did not. You know who advertised? Bacon did, and he won. Everybody I'm telling everybody, we the boss for a reason. We validate
the boss, but ain't nobody voting for Bacon in the black community except you. I don't give a damn how many advertisements he put in there. Bacon, keep on spending that money. Let William line his pockets. But baby, you are not getting any of our votes.
And I'm hungry right now. I think we go eat me some bacon.
Wait, why do I have some bacon on the stove? Get ready to cook it. Why do I'm gonna make some jalapeno poppers. William, you stupid. Why do I already have the bacon on? I said, oh, I'm gonna fix it.
See, you like them too. You like them too.
I
No,
like
no.
bacon, not
Well,
the bacon.
I want to make sure.
But wait a minute, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna tell you this. It is some things that Bacon stood up for that I did agree with, but not enough. Because he followed Trump's everything that Trump did. He followed like 94% of every single thing that Trump promoted. But I'm gonna be honest. It was some things that he did and stood up for that I was like, okay, I was impressed with. So, but it wasn't enough because it has to come as a whole and not an isolated incident. For me.
Well, let's name a couple of things. The post office is going to be named after a black man, petty officer, that swam and saved all these white officers. So I mean, he's
you talking about from Alabama?
Yeah.
Oh, William, you made it too easy for me to thought. You know the little young dude that swam.
No, but I just got. Well, we gotta make sure that we're not limiting ourselves so we can influence them, and so that's why I'm purposeful in being in rooms like Shirley Chisholm have taught. I'm just following the leadership of a great leader, Shirley Chisholm.
Definitely. And if y'all ain't seen it, make sure y'all watch it on Netflix. Shirley Chisholm was the business. So, company I work for during Black History Month, they changed my team leader in the middle of February. I was in a training class. And I was just like, I said, oh, so my new team, I was just like, hey, yeah, I would like to do something for Black History Month. I would like for our team members to research not a very popular like Obama, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. I want you to look for someone who has done something that is a notable person, an African-American person, and then tell their story. And he was like, well, yeah, what I was trying, and I said, Sister Shirley Chisholm ran for president. She did this. I said, I dare y'all to go and watch anybody on here. I dare y'all to watch any of her interviews. Baby, she was before her time.
Oh, she don't play.
She was before her time, baby. She was so prolific. Her delivery was so strong. I haven't watched the movie yet because I said I gotta just be in my element. I don't want to rush through it. I want to just be by myself where I can watch it and enjoy it. And I love Regina King, who is playing her. But definitely do your research on Shirley.
Right. And I didn't learn that in OPS.
Right.
This is some learning that we got to seek out ourselves, and we got to start educating our own children so they can open up their minds that we already done this. That means we can do this again. We are great. And another reason why I'm running, and the main reason, because earlier this year, I demanded men, black men especially, we can no longer suppress our greatness. We cannot suppress our greatness because our greatness is bragging off God. We bragging off things. Oh, I got this thing, but that's devilish. That's devilish. I got this thing, I got that. That's devilish because you're not sharing. You just about me. No, we gotta go with a different philosophy. Black men need to be great. We got to manifest our greatness. We're suppressing it mainly because of fear of whatever retribution. No, we need to step on toes for God, and that's what I'm doing. And that's why I got in the race. I'm putting my walk behind my talk. I'm going to be great. I'm great. I'm already great, and we greater.
I know that's right. I am not mad at you. Get your greatness on. Now, I am going to tell you, I got a question before the show. Basically said, and I know you, so I'm just going to say the question. I know you're going to respond, honestly. Basically was like, because we know that Clarissa is in the race with you. And one of the things I don't like to see is the vote being split, amongst our people. So I always want us to get together and try to collaborate and say, hey, well, we need to come together. Let's pick the best person around. So it was said to me, I got a inbox that said, well, basically, and I'm going to ask you this. It's a hard question, and especially because I know you. But
go ahead.
Okay, so basically said that William King is going to be the Tim Scott of the party. He leans towards Republicans. He leans towards Republicans and is basically a plant. The Republicans are The Republicans are backing him, and he is not. So, what do you say for people? Because you have definitely praised some of the Republicans on here. I ain't gonna lie. I heard you say nothing about a Democrat yet, but so
What?
that, and I wasn't going to ask you that, William, because I was
No,
just
no, 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 no. That's a fair question.
I'm not even going to do that.
But I'm gonna tell you about one Democrat that I supported that no one else supported, and she could have been the first Black mayor.
Oh, Brenda Council, baby, 972 votes and 10,000
I voted for her.
Look, 10,000 of us didn't vote, baby. You don't got to tell me. I bring that up.
So don't talk to me that I don't support no Democrat when y'all don't.
Well, William, how many years ago was that? I was a size 8.
It's still relevant.
William, I was a size 8. Damn, you ain't supporting no Democrats.
I voted for McKinney and Senator Chamber before then.
So you telling me you vote for Republicans?
I vote for McKinney, Senator McKinney.
Yeah, but it sounds like you have isolated one from 20 years ago and then McKinney.
Yeah. No, I voted for Obama. Me and my mama voted for Obama.
Oh my goodness, William. Okay.
I'm a Democrat. I vote Democrat all the time. But if I like a Republican, I will vote for a Republican. Yeah, I will.
So what do you like about besides bacon? That's
the only really Republican that I really know. Really.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well, this is the thing. I'm not gonna beat you up.
I'm not a plant from the Republican Party. I'm a Democrat.
So are you a Trump supporter?
Trump is not. If Trump run against Biden, I gotta look at the stats. As a probation officer.
Oh my goodness, y'all! William? God damn, William! I tried to give you a way out. You already been swinging from bacon jockstrap. I'm trying to give you a way out, and you are just throwing egg in my face, William. Damn.
No. But
I'm about to do that.
I gotta be honest with you.
I'm about to do this on you. Please tell me why the fuck would you support Trump? He's a fucking criminal. He's a thug. He has no interest for minority people. He is ignorant. He cannot put two sentences together. He don't know what the hell an adjective is or adverb or noun. Please tell me what in the hell would give you the reason to even contemplate supporting him?
Well, I like him because he's honest.
Honest? Oh my! You know what? Y'all Black men really believe that shit y'all saying, William. William, what is he honest about? He lies every fucking day. My crowd was bigger than Obama. I had the most this, the most. He lies every day. William, come on now, bro. I thought I was about to pull you in and get you some.
No, Miss Wallace. Miss Wallace, he's very true. No, but what I say,
William, I'm hurt.
What I mean, even when he's dishonest, he's honest in his dishonesty. That's what I mean.
So what is he?
You know what I mean? So
no, he's upfront with his shit because he thinks he is superior. So when, just like he said, when you grab the pussies, you're.
Well, but Miss Wallace, when the fellas are by themselves, we be.
No. I'm saying that this is something that he's not lying about it. No, he's not lying about it.
I know, but he got taped. He got taped when he wasn't known he can tape. He thought he was a fellas.
Okay, so
he got
that makes it right. Come on now. You talking about a Wednesday for a Women Wednesday, and then you gonna come on, William. William.
I didn't say the word, but I'm talking about how men.
But I know locker room talk. This is the thing I'm gonna say about that. We way over, but damn, this conversation. This is what I'm gonna say about that. So people just like no different than P. Diddy. I'm not putting a color on it because this is people in power.
Right.
That is something. So I'm not putting a color on that. People in power, because I'm gonna put Diddy in the same category. People in power. That is actually what they believe. Because I'm in this position, because I got that I can go and grab your sister's coochie, and she better not say nothing about it because I'm Donald Trump. I'm Jamie Foxx. I'm P. Diddy. I'm Jay-Z. So that mentality right there. So that's messed up. For anybody that has a sister, all of us was born a mother. That mentality right there is crazy as hell.
I don't agree with any abuse or anything like that, or just any disrespect or anything like without permission. But I'm saying that's normal talk for men. He was taped. I mean, that's what real heterosexual men
But what
talk
he
about.
was
I
saying
mean,
was what he has done, actions that he have done. Because I know your sister. So if somebody just came up to your sister, I ain't gonna say her name and just grabbed her coochie.
well, we're gonna be fighting.
I know you. You'll be willing to throw bows.
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting. We're gonna be fighting. No. I stopped a man from raping a woman. No, I don't believe in any disrespect when it comes to women at all. But when locker room talk,
He is so disrespectful of women.
well, actually, he goes after everybody. He goes after everybody. He don't discriminate. He does everybody.
That's how ignorant he is. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you this quick example. So when Obama was running for president, I was a Hillary Clinton fan. I was like,
were you?
Oh, definitely.
Hell no. See, I wouldn't hear with Hillary at all.
Definitely. All that fake news and all that shit that they put out. Hillary has done. The Clintons have done a lot for minorities.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
No, they
Don't
haven't.
let me pull my stats up. You talking about you guys?
You
can't pull up one stat. You can't pull up one stat about Donald Trump.
Clinton and Biden passed the crime bill. I was a probation officer.
And you know what?
They
You know why they
created
did it?
minimums. They created
You know why they
mandatory
did it? Because the black people, the black churches, the black leaders was tired of this crack cocaine. 86, 87 said it is a crack destroyed our community in a way that gun violence couldn't destroy it. It took down doctors, lawyers, everything, nurses, practitioners, everything. Crack destroyed our community. These African American leaders, that's what the people, I don't like when y'all take out part of it. They said, stop this shit. We're tired of this.
So now, okay, so now the Democrats are now meth is the problem, right? And they giving them needles. They're not putting them in jails. The Democrats are not putting them in jail, but the Democrats put our kids in jail with mandatory minimums.
Our black leaders, again, let's tell the whole damn story. Our black leaders came and said this. We have to remember 1986, William, 85, 86. Crack came through Nebraska like a windstorm.
Well, I was in college. And most of them Negroes came from California. And if we were still in the projects, they wouldn't have been in the projects. We'll kick them out.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. And my husband was part of that. My ex-husband was part of that. And they did allow those people to come in and introduce and infiltrate all of that stuff in Pleasant View, Vietnam. They tore us against each other. Just like you said earlier, we used to compete against each other, and it was about bragging rights.
Right.
Then it became deadly. Then it became deadly. But the thing is, crack cocaine, and this is what I want everybody to know, when they say, yeah, Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton, they did that. Our black leaders begged them, said, do something. Don't just give them a slap on the wrist. It is destroying our community. And I don't have to tell nobody to look up no stats because we know damn well what crack cocaine did in our community.
Now,
it reached the white communities for about 15 years.
But now the Democratic Party is in control. Now the opposite is happening with all this meth and all these fentanyl and all this stuff. They're not putting their people in jail.
Well, because they learned.
No. Why the Democratic Party ain't doing that to their people? Because they white.
No.
Yes.
We're going to have to disagree on that. We're going to have to disagree on that because they're white. Because this is the thing. When you are pressed, full court press, no different for what's going on the uncommitted votes going on right now in the preliminary. You have to watch that. You're like, damn, Detroit had 40,000. Michigan had 40,000 uncommitted. That is saying, hey, we don't agree with what's going on in Israel. We don't agree with that bullshit. So you have to listen.
But the Democrats are funding the war.
Listen, every war has been funded by the United States. William, don't try to act like
Obama didn't.
Hassan Hussein received his training from the United States of America.
Obama didn't
receive his training.
Trump didn't declare any war.
Declare?
Yeah, or start any wars. They didn't. But
who started? How did we start the Israel? Israel been in war for 100 years since Jesus. Since Jesus.
Right now, we got people homeless. Right now, if I was president, I wouldn't be giving all that money to Israel. We got veterans on the street right now. here in America. Well,
so you in the political realm and you're acting like you don't understand it. You know that's part of politics.
No,
You
because
know, You know part of politics is if there is a natural disaster, if there's inhumane things going on. But yeah, I don't agree with everything that's going on with Israel. I'll agree with you on that. But that is part of politics. And
what I'm saying is, it's led by Democrats are in power right now.
No, Democrats is not in power. The House is led by the purse is led by the Republicans. Come on now, William. They only got a 3 point. They only got 3 people. They only got 3 people advantage, but it's led by the Republicans. Don't say Congress is led, because you have to go through both of the House and the Senate to get something passed. So don't say that it's led by the Republicans are stopping a whole bunch of shit at the door.
On the Senate level.
The Senate letter we got by 1 vote.
Mm-hmm.
So if one person come over and decide to come over, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But William King, it was definitely. Oh, no, William, you can't leave here, because one of our segments, before we leave this show, everybody give William King hearts. William King stood in there, baby. He stood strong. William King stood strong throughout all the damn questions y'all was answering. Let me see. All the questions y'all was answering, he was even looking at the questions himself. The ones I missed, he was bringing up. So William King, I'm going to give you your props for standing in there. So the thing that we do before we leave here, our segment is called Talk Your Shit. Talk Your Shit is a segment when you are sick and tired of something. You have to tell us what you're sick and tired of. I don't give a damn if you're talking about the Republicans or Democrats. Be honest and let us know what you're sick and tired of. We're giving you 2 minutes to rant about that. Go ahead, William.
I'm sick and tired of Black people not loving each other. We got to start loving each other.
Yes.
This year, we got to start supporting families and family businesses. We got nieces, nephew, our children got ideas. We need to stay woke, per se, and help them in their journey. Mm-hmm. I'm focusing on us. Well, we can change the narrative. Obstacles are part of nature. The main obstacle is gravity, but we persevere through that every day. So
Right.
that means we can persevere through any obstacle. That's just nature. And then also, I do not want us to suffer in silence. We're suffering in silence, and it's affecting our mental health. I witnessed a 24-year-old Black girl try to commit suicide. Her 2 children were in the next
Oh my goodness.
in the next room. They didn't even know her mom was on the floor. And then I heard another Black young lady giving her kids to her grandparents because she can't handle them no more. Now 43% of all children that's in foster care are Black. Now I heard the infant mortality rate for Black children, those that aren't aborted, that the Democrats are saying it's okay to abort, are trying to make it in the world. They can't make it because of infant mortality rate. These are Black kids. Everything, we're at the highest. We are dying. If you're in certain zip codes, oh yeah, we died 10 years earlier. And if you a Black man, or like me, you got 50% chance of coming back home if you leave home. A 50% chance of not coming back home. So I do this for real, and I go in every room, and I try to be friends with everybody. I don't care if they're Democrat, Republican, male, female, gay, straight. I don't give a care at all. And I'm gonna hang out with whomever I want to, chill whoever I want to, because we got to. We can't limit ourselves by saying I'm not gonna hang out with them because they Republican. I'm not gonna hang out with them because
you can't limit yourself, but we owe a responsibility. And like I said, most of the answers that you have given have been on a monetary basis, something that was favorable for you. When I was out here representing the people, I'm representing the people as a whole, as if it happened to me. It doesn't have to happen to me for me to respond accordingly. So, and I did hear what you said. You had some great talk your shit moments, honey. You did your thing. But on the infant mortality rate, that is something that I have been addressing on this. I'm going to have a doctor on in a few weeks. I'm working with their team now. I've invited Black doctors on. Mm-hmm. Their schedules seem to be so busy, so I'm getting a white doctor. So she's going to talk. She's going to talk about, and she's going to talk about the infant mortality rate. She definitely pleaded And abortion has been around for decades. The foster care system, brown people have been in the foster care system 2-to-1 more than any other race for decades. So that is not politically motivated. So I don't want us to put politics on everything, because some things,
it's not politics. That's society. That's
yeah,
society.
some things, some things are just
society. So obviously, and that's reflected because of the high incarceration rate. Omaha, Nebraska is the only place in America where the incarceration rate went up for black boys and black men. Period. And then you got. I just came down from the meeting with the city, and there was a long line of white women going to a small claim court. You know why? They're about to get evicted, and y'all want to send money. Y'all Democrats who give money to kill people, y'all don't want to give money to heal people. So Trump did send billions of dollars to Israel to kill.
So when you say
Trump did send millions of dollars to Ukraine to kill. Trump gave money to the people.
Because Trump was trying to corrupt Ukraine.
I don't know.
No, honey, it's okay. It's his own voice saying, "Oh yeah, say that Biden did this, say that Biden." That's what he was doing. He's a fucking criminal.
Well,
so for you to say that you want to vote for you to say that you have a position, a green position on a white racist, redneck, orange candidate that is a thug and a criminal. He's the biggest thug of all time.
What about Biden's son?
Biden's son ain't in no politics.
He's a criminal too.
His son is. Biden is not a criminal. Trump is a fucking criminal. He got a mugshot to prove it. And thank you, Fonnie Harris, for being the only person that had balls enough to put his orange ass in the box and make him take a mugshot. Right, and then he directed all these ignorant people. To take the mugshot the same way.
I'm gonna get down. The reason why I like Trump mainly because he has voiced the things that we've been talking about forever.
No, he voiced the thing that white people. No, don't say us. We ain't been talking about that shit.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some examples.
Listen, Trump ain't voiced nothing about what I've been talking about. Nothing he says makes sense.
I'm gonna give you some examples.
Give me an example.
Miss Wild, I'm gonna give you an example. The main one is the press. Every riot, every hanging came from a white woman going to the press and lying. And so, Trump was the first one saying that it's fake news.
Oh my goodness! William, somebody said it here.
We've been trying to say it forever.
You drinking the Kool-Aid?
And then another one. You mentioned crack cocaine, right? Right? Now we've been telling about the FBI, how they've been mistreating us, the CIA. We've been talking about it. Now when Trump mentioned it, Trump said they corrupt. Now he's the only white man.
Oh my goodness, William! You have to go to happy hour. I can't believe we are so disconnected.
What time is it? It's 7:26. I'll meet you at 8:00.
William, man, you got to get together, baby. I got to get you deprogrammed. They got William in the coach,
y'all. No, because if Michelle Obama was running, guess who I'll be voting for?
Who? Trump?
Michelle Obama.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. Shit, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
After this interview.
Hey. The last time I voted, I voted for Biden. But not this time. He got me once.
How did he get you?
He got me once. He ain't gonna get me twice.
So, do you know how did he get you once? What have he done that he got you once?
I just got back from Congressional Black Caucus in DC. And they said that it's a war on black people. And you know how it started? Biden and his Supreme Court passed when the Asians were mad because they couldn't get in Harvard and said they're discriminating because of Asians. When they passed that law, they went after black people. And right after that, they knocked down every DEI. Biden had done nothing for black people. He said, "Oh, you ain't black enough. If you don't vote for me." And the first legislation he passed was for the Asian, and it has knocked down everything that my ancestors have fought for. That's why I ain't gonna vote for that sucker. I got the stats.
You definitely got the Kool-Aid, but you don't got the stats on the
I got the stats.
releases.
I got
You
stats.
don't got the
Yeah.
stats on the releases he had made, the down charges on
He ain't done nothing. What has
the
Biden
down
done?
charges on charges that primarily affect African Americans. You don't got the stats on the student loans that he's forgiven that the Republicans are blocking and
And
suing him
he
for.
forgave
You
mine.
don't got the stats on the marijuana, how he is taking those charges down, releasing people. You don't got the stats on that. You got the stats on some shit that you done heard on KRPE 67520.
Hey, no. Obama flew to Colorado. Smooth president. Got the plane. Y'all can get high, and then got back on the plane.
Obama was the coolest president in history. But William, I definitely want to thank you. The banter was great going back and forth. And just let the people know, we don't rehearse this. You didn't know what we were talking about. This shit is real right here. He's speaking his truth and I'm speaking my truth. So
and you know, guys, that's listening and watching. We got to work on the skill that the ability to agree to disagree and still have respect for each other.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, because I could see William tomorrow and buy him 2 drinks.
And I'm gonna too.
Look, I'm gonna still get his ass on because I got to deprogram him, yo.
Right.
I got to deprogram, but I love your sister. Your sister is always very kind to me, and so I just want to thank you for coming on, being a great sport. And you answered you didn't give a damn. Go on, William King. Go on, William King.
You know that's why I'm running for office. I'm running for office because you're gonna get a no nonsense leader, someone that's not afraid to speak his mind. And I'm not paid off by anyone. I'm my own man. And I come from a mama that couldn't read and write, so she made me man for a reason.
Just as long as I know that the Republicans didn't put you up to.
Oh, heck no.
Okay, so I'm good with that.
The only one I'm guided by is God, for real, and my mama. So I only and it's just gonna hurt somebody's feelings, and I'm stepping on toes because I know my mama. Now y'all tell me about Jesus. I don't know no Jesus, but when I pray to my mama, and since I've been praying to my mama, and she goes straight to God, things been happening very, very quick. So I don't even pray no more. You know what I pray for? A yes. See, y'all pray for things. I pray for yeses.
Well, yeses could be for things too now.
No, a yes means that our people are free by passing legislation.
Okay, well, just let's make a determination. Just specify what you're saying because
no, we all need yeses. Well, we don't need no things. We need yeses. Well, wherever that yes, if it's admission to college, we need that yes to admission in law school or that admission to medical school. We need yeses. Right.
So those can still equate to things because but we're just gonna leave it there. But I definitely want to thank you. You were great. I
appreciate you, Miss Waller.
This is one of the best interviews I had because first of all, I know you and I already know you. I watch your show all the time. You gonna say what you gotta say. You know I'm gonna say what I gotta say, but we gonna agree to disagree and still leave this interview smiling.
King, so 8 o'clock for anybody else that want to have libations. Let me see. I think the Elks might be open. Oh yeah, we're gonna smoke.
You gonna be at the Elks. Don't make me meet you down there.
No, actually, Hanks is for all the singers. They're having a karaoke contest tonight. You can win $5,000.
Oh, damn!
So if you can sing, if y'all can sing, I can't sing or sing. And
sang or sung.
Well, I'm a professional clapper. You want to see it? Boy, I can clap real good.
Well, I want to thank Brother William King, who is running for Metro Transportation. So just make sure you keep him in mind when you are casting your vote. This is Brother King from North Omaha, also the owner and creator of The Boss 95.7. You have been tuned in all day for 1 hour and 33 minutes. We definitely went over, William, but damn, the conversation was good. You have been tuned in to Stay Woke, the only podcast that shouts you out in real time and answers your questions in real time. William King, we thank you for joining us. And what do we say, y'all? Before you go to sleep, you got to do what? Blah, blah, blah. Stay woke. We out of here.
All right. And I wish a brother would. Oh yeah.
All right, we out of here. I want to thank. Oh, I forgot to shout out the people. Shout out the people at the end of the show. Shout out to Tynell, Vanessa, Sharon Velaz, Juanita Hayes, Selena Shear Joyner. Thank you guys. You guys have been so engaging. Yvette Turner, Vanessa Warren, Serena Russell, Deborah Jones, Darlene, the nickname Peaches, Kim Hollingsworth, Crystal Bonner. If I missed y'all, charge it to my head and not my heart. But we definitely want to thank you, Brother King, and myself want to thank you for the questions and the engagement. Brother King, we thank you again. Before you go to sleep, you got to do what? Blah, blah, blah.
Stay woke.
All right. We